Oh, no. Oh, no.
Resources to tell you that.
No.
Can you jump to somebody calling you?
We good?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
No. I'd like to call the April 12th, 2022 board meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll start with the consideration of the March 29, 2022 board meeting minutes. Oh, yes, thank you. For the meeting notes, I'd like to state that we did have an executive session prior to this meeting to discuss any litigation or personnel matters. All right, move on. Consideration of March 29, 2022 board meeting minutes. Can I have a motion?
Mr. President, I move we approve the March 29, 2022 meeting minutes.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Report from our CEO.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think I'd like to start off, I'm sure I speak on behalf of all the board members and all the staff here, the Hammond Sanitary District Commissioner, or I'm sorry, Councilman, we are very sorry to hear about your wife. And, you know, we know that it's a very difficult time for you, and we just want you to know that we have her in our prayers. Thank you. Mr. President, we have had some really good conversations with Leopardo as I've kept the board abreast. That's moving along really well. I think the board had a chance to do some questioning at our last board meeting to get some answers and a brief presentation on some of the projects that we picked. We had another meeting this past Friday. That went really well. We're moving it along quickly. I sat down with staff earlier today and we talked about Kennedy Avenue. Kennedy Avenue is one of two manned stations. Kennedy Avenue has around the clock shift of 3 personnel, and so does Robertsdale. And we'll never look at automating Robertsdale only because it's so far north. And if we had a problem up there, it would take too long because of different train tracks you have to cross over to get somebody up there. But Kennedy Avenue is not the same situation. And for many years, we looked at automating Kennedy Avenue. So we had a good long conversation about that today to see what the possibilities were to do that. I will say for the record, if we do automate Kennedy Avenue, those 3 employees that are employed there to operate Kennedy Avenue will be shifted here to the plant because we have plenty of things for them to do as operators. We're currently 1 operator down right now, and probably by the end of the year, having somebody retire. So we'll all need 2 and we'll have 3 to pick from. But I'm excited about that project because it's something that I've talked about for many years. And everything else we have is automated, including the plant here. We have live bodies that watch it and make, you know, adjustments where needed, and it works well. And so I think this is something that staff is very excited about. I'm excited about. And I talked to Mr. Hickey today. This could be something that could put into the Leopardo project because the cost savings that we would save in manpower at Kennedy Avenue are currently just a little under $500,000. That's salaries, wages, I should say. That'll be taken out of that cost center and surely now put into the plant where we would have those costs because we're short on some personnel. So the little under $500,000 in savings on wages could be the key to get it financed under Leopardo because of the fact that that's what they look at, the savings. And then they can get the financing done. We don't have to bid it out. And it doesn't affect our bond capabilities, which I want to keep as flexible with Rachel as possible in case we get hit with something big, unexpected, that has to be repaired, that needs to be done immediately, and that's when we bond out for it to get it done. So depending on all these different pieces of the puzzle, customer communities, money's owed, automation, I see it all slowly coming together in a very positive way for the district. It goes back to when Commissioner Hawkins and I sat on the board, and all we saw in our financial statements was, you know, page after page of red, and we made some hard decisions, changed it to where we are today. But I actually see with some further implementation and changes and upgrades that we can even do better, and including selling our gas. I mean, that's the most exciting one I can think of. So other than that, if the board has any questions for me, I'd be happy to entertain this.
For the report, any questions?
Thank you, Mr. President.
There's no personal report. We'll go straight to financials.
I have nothing to highlight, but I'll take any questions.
Questions for Rachel? All right, any department reports?
I have nothing to highlight.
Go to consult reports, Mr.
Yeah, you should have a copy of my status report. As far as long-term control plan, I'm still waiting to get the revised FC financial capability assessment from Carl Sender. I'll send him an email, see what's going on, but other than that, nothing else to report.
Done.
We're starting in on the CSO annual notification plan that's due on May 1st. And I don't have anything else specific to highlight, but if you have any questions.
Natalie, refresh me, what's the American Structure Point project?
The American Structure Point project, this was the, it's that I'm blanking on, I can get some more information about it, but it's a streets and sand project that we're looking at capacity through.
Thank you very much. Any more questions for the consultants? All right, we'll move on to resolutions. Resolution number 14-2022. Resolution of the Board of Sanitary Commissioners of the Sanitary District of Hammond, Lake County, Indiana, authorizing the permanent transfer of $150,000 for the first quarter of 2022 from the Operation and Maintenance Fund 606 to the Replacement Fund 460. Have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. Second. We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Bank reconciliation document dated March 31st, 2022. I have a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the document dated March 31st.
Thank you. We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Claims approval docket 04-12-22.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Motion second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I don't have any old business. Do we have any old business to discuss? We'll move on to new business. Anything under new business? Any reports from commissioner? Have a report. The MUNSTER robotics team is going to the state finals on Saturday. They win, they go to the international finals in Houston to compete against, I thought I heard 18 countries, so we'll see what happens. Anything under public expression?
No.
Hearing no public expression, can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Motion second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Fastest.
No.
Better stay. 2 hours.